But while Western influence, especially in music, may be growing, it is not yet universally accepted. On April 15th, for example, we saw this sarcastic exchange about the value of Western rock lyrics.
Let's look at another group, Twisted Sister from New York City, that is mentioned in this letter. They are especially popular. The leader of the group is the guitarist-singer Daniel D. Snyder. I'll show you what he looks like. Here is the cover of the American magazine Rock World. That's him on the right. He looks like some kind of strange being, maybe even resembling a female. In my opinion, it's a totally revolting spectacle. You can see the kind of situation where fans of hard rock become animals. They are quite aggressive and very dangerous. Having learned the kind of music offered at rock concerts, the metal fans play out the music's message on the streets. They form gangs and frequent areas populated by minorities and foreign workers. As you can see, all of this begins with the music of hard rock and heavy metal, and it ends with the beatings of perfectly innocent people.
Well, joining me here to talk a little bit about what we're seeing tonight are three Americans familiar with the Soviet Union, its culture, and its history. Okay, are we all in agreement now? They're absolutely correct about punk rock.
Well, who knows? I mean, the point is, a lot of conservative Americans would agree, but the problem is the Soviets, rock has become a big controversy in the last few years. And they want a different image. They want a younger, more hip, European-type image. And therefore, what sort of rock is going to be acceptable? Some nice, cleaner stuff, Dean Reed, wholesome, but
okay, they lumped in Elvis
that was unfair.
with Twisted Sister.
Right,
and,
you know,
do they not know there is a difference?
My only explanation for that is that's some sort of old grudge from the Khrushchev era. I don't know why they slipped him in that spot.
I think what Nick's saying is very important. That we mustn't forget there's really been progress. 24 years ago, Khrushchev denounced Western pop music in words that are unrepeatable on primetime television. Now they accept the Beatles. True, Beatles are now almost classical music here. On the other hand, one sign that is not progress, which I of course have to mention here, is the fact that the Twisted Sister lead singer was described as some alien, strange being or like a woman.
I noticed that. Well, now they had film that obviously didn't coincide with what they were talking about. In other words, you had Twisted Sister, and it looked like old film from the 60s.
But often, you know, that's what they do. They throw them all together, and they put a stamp on it. The fellow doing it really doesn't know the difference. He is an old-timer that doesn't know the difference between one kind and another. And the other thing which they often do is they take an example and say, look at how horrible this is, just listen to it. And of course, a lot of people listen to it and like it very much.
Look at those kids in the audience, and they're going, oh,
yeah, great stuff.